Hello, everyone. Welcome to this educational video on the dissolution apparatus. Dissolution testing plays a crucial role in pharmaceutical quality control, ensuring that drugs release their active ingredients as intended. In this video, we will discuss the definition of dissolution, different types of dissolution apparatus as per IP, USP, and BP, suitable dosage forms, and an in-depth explanation of the instrument's components. Let's begin. Dissolution is the process by which a solid substance dissolves in a solvent, forming a solution. In pharmaceuticals, dissolution testing is a key method for evaluating drug release from dosage forms, ensuring their effectiveness and bioavailability. Regulatory authorities such as the United States Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia, and Indian Pharmacopoeia provide guidelines for conducting dissolution tests, making them a mandatory part of drug quality control. Dissolution apparatus classification varies according to different pharmacopoeial standards, each suiting to a different dosage form. The Indian Pharmacopoeia IP has 7 types of apparatus, British Pharmacopoeia BP 3 types, and the US Pharmacopoeia USP contains 7 types as mentioned in the table. The Type 1 basket apparatus is designed for the dissolution testing of solid oral dosage forms, such as tablets and capsules. It has the following parts as dissolution vessel, rotational drive system, rotating basket, and a temperature control unit, description to which is given. The Type 2 paddle apparatus is one of the most commonly used methods for the dissolution testing of solid oral dosage forms, including tablets, capsules, and suspensions. It has the following parts to it: dissolution vessel, rotational drive system, rotating paddle, and temperature control unit. The dissolution apparatus consists of 2 main sections, the hood and the body. Hood upper section contains the control processing unit, CPU. Body lower section houses the critical functional components of the apparatus: cylinders, bathtub, and base. The temperature probe. It offers high durability and accuracy in temperature measurement. The temperature controller is responsible for maintaining the dissolution medium at a required temperature. The bathtub in a dissolution apparatus. It ensures all dissolution vessels are maintained at 37 plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, preventing temperature variations that could affect test results. It also consists of the water circulation system, temperature control and sensors, and water level indicator. The CPU automates control. Now, let us move towards the next part of the video, understanding the working of dissolution apparatus.
Hello everyone, today I Akshata Jadhav
And I am Vaishnavi Patel.
the students of 4th year PharmD are here to give basic working of the dissolution apparatus. So throughout the video, as we have already seen that the different types of dissolution apparatus and their components. Here in the MGV's Pharmacy College, we have a dissolution apparatus from the Electrolab company, and the model we possess is EDT08LY. Now moving towards the overall specifications and configurations of this instrument. The overall size of the instrument is 70.5 into 50.5 into 64.5 centimeters. Now the water bar dimensions are 70.5 into 37.4 into 20 centimeters. Now the temperature variation here is of the range we can see is 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius with accuracy of 0.1 degrees Celsius plus minus at 37 degrees Celsius. Now with the RPM, we have a RPM range of 20 RPM to 250 RPM with accuracy of 0.5 RPM. So now moving towards the body and overall sizing of this. This is the hood of the apparatus, and this is the body. Now the body mainly consists of a water bath, and this is cylinders. The cylinders are removable with these are the paddle and the basket. This is the basket and this is the paddle. Now we have a temperature probe here which monitors the temperature in the dissolution apparatus. Now moving towards the central processing unit, that is the CPU of this instrument. These buttons are to lift the hood. Now this goes up, this is for down, and this is to stop the movement. These buttons are to start and stop any function of the instrument. Now these buttons are to control the functions that are shown on this display. These buttons are to select options and for directions. By selecting these buttons, that is the RPM and the temperature, you can select the RPM and temperature for this particular practical, and these are the function keys: function 1, function 2, function 3. Now in this CPU, the functions are preset with preset temperatures of ±0.5 37 degrees Celsius, and with that the RPM is also set for different types of dissolution practicals.
So now let us move towards the working of this apparatus. As we already know, whenever we consume a oral dosage form such as a tablet or capsule, it needs to be dissolved into the stomach fluid before it is being absorbed into the body. So to study the same technique in an in vitro method, we use the dissolution apparatus. We initiate this process by filling the water tub until its marked level, which is still here. So as now we fill the water up to the required level, next step is to place these jars back into the tub. So now as you can see, after placing all the jars, the water level has reached to the optimum level. Next step is to place in the buffer solution into the jars. Usually the jars quantity is 1000 ml and the buffer solution can be placed in a range of 500 to 1000 ml. But our practical is going to require a 900 ml of levels, and the standard practice can be checked according to your IPs. So once we are done turning on the main switch, we will be turning on the temperature controller, and this will be followed by the instrument. So as you can see, the machine is now turned on. Next up, we will be attaching the paddle instrument to the apparatus. So now, as all the paddles have been placed, we will be lowering the hood. Once the desired level of immersion is reached, we will stop. So now as the entire machine is set, we can begin with the practical. First we need to enter the protocol, for which we will be entering into the menu. Once we are at the menu, we can see here different options of configuration, protocol, settings, etc. We here need to edit the protocol, for which we will select the second option by pressing 2. Here we need to edit, so again press 2. The tablet which we are using today is aceclofenac, for which the edited protocol has already been entered. So we can select it accordingly. If we need to change, we can go here and change it into second or third option, or come back to the first one with which we are going for today. Entering the protocol comes over here on the screen. The temperature and all have been saved. Alright. So now we have to load the protocol by selecting option 1. Of aceclofenac, again 1. Now we go back to the screen, our home screen, from where we have to select the revolutions per minute as well as the temperature. So revolution per minute which we need today is 50. We can turn that on and the revolutions have begun. Next up, we need to check with the temperature. So the temperature that we are going to need today is 37 degrees Celsius. This can also be changed from here and turning it on as well. So the temperature is on. So as the machine is started, we will remove the lid first and place our tablet. The sample is generally collected from this port using a hypodermic injection, and the used sample is then replaced with a buffer. So now the samples can be collected at an interval of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30, 45, 1 hour, depending upon the need, and it can also be given at the IP. The temperature temperature which we have set today is 37 degrees Celsius because we're studying it according to the stomach fluid. But if we are trying for a transdermal route, then the temperature needs to be set as 32 degrees Celsius according to the skin. If we are trying to compare the study with an animal study, then the temperature which is usually set is 39.4 degrees Celsius plus minus 2. So the changes can be done accordingly, and this is not a general or standard kind of principle for the experiment, and this can be referred according to the IP.
So this video overall explains the working of the ElectroLab dissolution apparatus with the paddles and all the settings that we have mentioned before. So I hope this video helps you, and thank you.
The following table mentions various advantages and limitations of the Type 1 and Type 2 apparatus. Thank you for watching.